to start?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't know it was recording.
Still wasn't recording the same time. Your sister. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Vizniak, and this is
Dr. Catherine Chung
and Dr. MacMillan.
And we are here today to talk a little bit about public speaking abilities and the development of your public speaking skills. So this is a crucial skill for anybody who's in sales or medicine or anything. You want to have good ways to integrate and interact with other professionals. And I really want to share this story with you because Catherine Chung had a special journey on her voyage of public speaking abilities. So I don't know if you want to speak to that at all, or
yeah,
pun intended.
So my public speaking journey has been quite a long one. I've been working on it for probably about, I'd say 4 or 5 years maybe. And it all started in medical school where I was in Dr. Nick's classes and we had to do a lot of presentations and I just hated them. And I had so much anxiety around them to the point where I would ugly cry. It wasn't even like a graceful cry with one tear. It was like stop, heaving, breathing, crying.
And Dr. MacMillan was in the class at the same time, so I just want to make sure that's part of the reason that he's here for it. I can remember the first presentation you did. You literally cried through the whole presentation. Like it was tough, but my hat was off to her for even doing that much right there.
Yeah.
And then how did it progress for you?
It was pretty much just kind of figuring out, okay, these presentations give me so much anxiety. How am I going to actually alleviate that? And the first step was actually pinpointing the thing in the presentation that I really enjoyed and had a passion about. So I kind of started getting away from the strict guidelines and just being like, okay, I'm going to present on these things, but this is what I'm passionate about, and that's what I really want to talk about. That really eased my anxiety a lot.
Yeah, and that's a huge tip right there. Once you know about a topic or you're passionate about that topic, it makes it so easy for you to go ahead and discuss it without any ums and ahs or any negative emotions or connotations with it. Right?
Yeah, exactly, right? And then after that, it was kind of just really pushing through that emotion, that crying. So even though I was crying in front of my classmates, I just pushed through it. And I'm just like, I just have to get through it because this is literally the worst thing that could happen, which is me crying in public. So once the worst thing happened, then everything just got easier and I got a little bit more confident. And at the end of it, I was able to actually present without crying, which
I know,
really
and what was amazing was you could see her progression. First presentation, tears the whole way through. Second presentation next semester, tears about halfway through it. Third presentation, she got a standing ovation from the entire class. Everybody stood up and was just amazed at the presentation she gave. And now, we'll do some clips here in a little bit where we'll show her teaching different things, and you'll just see the confidence and skill set she has, number one, in front of a group of students, but also that she can carry forward to her patients. Now, Lucas. We've had similar discussions. Lucas has been a fairly solid presenter his entire life, I feel like. But he did the same process where he went through learning about these presentation skills, how I grade, and I'll toss the grading sheet up that we use. Content is just as important as delivery when you're looking at most of this stuff. Lucas, what do you want to add about public speaking skills in your experience?
Yeah, absolutely. First off, I've often gotten feedback that I looked comfortable on stage or that I looked comfortable giving the presentations. That honestly wasn't always the case, and it definitely didn't start that way. As time has gone on, it's gotten easier, but I felt I'm a human being, right? When you get up in front of a bunch of people, especially when you're newer to the presentations or you're presenting on a new topic, it's a very real experience, and it can be intimidating, but it's important to prepare for it, to prepare with the information, to actually talk about something you know. I love what you said, talk about something that you're passionate about. Yeah. That goes a long way because on top of just learning the presentation, you actually want to know the material and you actually want to connect with the material. So when you get in front of an audience, you're excited to tell them about it. You can have some fun with it, and that leaves room for some jokes, that leaves room for some humor. So that makes a huge difference in the actual experience of presenting.
And that's huge what you just said right there. If it's not fun, what are you doing, right?
Yeah, absolutely, because they want to have fun too. If I'm presenting to a group of people and I don't love my topic, they might not love it either, and they probably will love it less by the time I'm done.
Yeah,
so absolutely. Have fun, play with it, and it's okay to make some mistakes because you learn from those, you grow from them, and it was amazing to see the transition that you had. The standing ovation, that was a very real thing that absolutely happened, and I'll probably never forget it. I mean, it was incredible. She finished the presentation, there was no crying at all, and that was the first we'd seen of that from her, and I mean, ever since then it's been great, but it was powerful, it was incredible. And good job. Honestly, for me, that was inspirational. It really was.
Oh, thanks, Lucas.
Yeah. Actually, not 100% accurate. I remember there were tears at the end, but they were tears of joy.
Oh, yeah.
That's what actually happened, right? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
To fill my water bottle, my student tears that I I'll flash that picture up too. That was it. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully this was useful for you. You can see the progression, how you can start off basically in tears, full anxiety. Well, maybe I should say one other thing about myself. When I first started presenting, I can remember my first presentations. I was literally so nervous, I would be doing jumping jacks and push-ups and running up and down the stairs before I was actually presenting. And people hear this from me and they're like, I can't believe you would ever be nervous in front of kids. I can see your face right now. But absolutely it's there, but it's just repetitive exposure that's going to build a skill set that you can apply directly to your patients. And exactly like they've both said, you modify that skill set depending on the audience that you're dealing with, right? Whether it's professional level athletes or patients, wherever you have to speak, you speak to that level and you have enthusiasm, engagement, and fun, and that's how you get real results with your public speaking.